Public defense is the system of providing attorneys for individuals facing criminal or juvenile proceedings who can't afford an attorney. For the last few decades, a series of reports have found that Michigan's public defense system is chronically and severely underfunded and is very poorly administered. We have 83 counties doing a patchwork job of administering the public defense system. That means the quality of justice you have depends on which side of the county line you live on.
I believe that public defense reform is important in the state of Michigan because right now we have a system that's failing our children. On a daily basis, I see attorneys who are operating in a system where they don't have the proper support or training to deal with a specialized area of representing children. On any given day, you can see attorneys in a courtroom speaking with their clients for the first time in the hallway in a non-confidential setting just for moments before they go in and handle a case. There's a lack of vertical representation, so there's an inability for the child and the attorney to actually establish an attorney-client relationship.
The Catholic Church uses the phrase restorative justice, which seeks to renew and restore the community, the victim, and the accused. And when we have a public defense system that does not adequately provide defenders to the poorest of our citizens, the system fails because we have people that are going to prison that are innocent, or we have people that are sentenced much more harshly than otherwise would be. In either case, the system fails everyone.
Michigan Campaign for Justice is a bipartisan, nonprofit organization seeking legislative reform of Michigan's public defense system. There's two things that we're working for. The first is adequate state funding of the system, and secondly, a system that meets at least minimum national standards for an effective public defense system.
As a victim of inadequate public defense, I know firsthand what it entails and what the ramifications of it are. And I think that one of our greatest guarantees in the Constitution is the guarantee to effective assistance of counsel. Because without it, anyone is subject to a wrongful conviction.
When you're restructuring government, you have to start with the basics, and the basics are constitutional rights. The right to counsel, the right to an effective defense, is one of the core foundations of our American democracy. We can't fund and operate a public defense system that fails Michigan citizens in this very fundamental way.
An appropriately trained attorney would be able to sit down with the client and determine this kid's issue is not that he's so much a criminal per se, but he has mental health issues that he needs treatment for, and he can get those services outside of the system, thereby saving money on a judicial system that's already strained and overburdened. An attorney can also make adequate representations, I think, to the court in terms of what's appropriate for treatment, placement, and try to keep kids in the community.
Our association supports the Campaign for Justice and is behind state funding. There's got to be a better way to fund and provide services for the indigent defendants than having 83 counties going about, each having their own systems, even though some of them may be similar. Through the economies of scale, I believe, as does the association, that state funding is going to help improve the delivery of justice to indigent people in our society.
A lot of people think that this issue really doesn't affect them. But if someone you love, your mother, your father, your brother, your best friend, was pulled into court and facing criminal charges, wouldn't you want the lawyer at their side to be as effective as possible? If we don't fix this public defense system, individuals who are innocent will be convicted, will pay burgeoning corrections costs that will take away from the other things we need in this state.
Many people say, I believe in this cause, but who am I? What can I do? Sometimes you can fulfill your duty to humanity by simply going to those in authority and speaking the truth. The greatest wisdom is the recognition of simplicity. Never underestimate the simple wisdom of your words when you simply speak the truth, or the power and influence of your actions when you choose to do what's right. And I say that to you, the ones who are not legislators or attorneys or politicians or prosecutors who think they can't do it, they can't make a difference. You can always make a difference. It's people like these people who made a difference in my life. And without them, I would not be here. Thank you.